Rahubat, Rahubat. Welcome to the Horus Hour, the storytelling show that only tells true stories. And today, I'm going to tell a true story about the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K.York. Today is June the 26th, so happy solar return to the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K.York. We must free the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K. York, because he is innocent. The master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K. York, 76 trillion years of knowledge and information, the truth, right knowledge. He has come to break the spell of ignorance, to move you from belief and faith into true knowledge, right reasoning, right thoughts. Free the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K. York, the one and only. I always say the one and only because there's so many people out there trying to be like the master teacher. I always say he's Troth, he's Tahiti, the real Troth, the real Tahiti. And anybody that tells you that there's in this ancient Egyptian order, or they're trying to teach Egyptian knowledge or spirituality, only know this: if they're being truthful, that person should be talking about the master teacher. Okay, he's proven who he is. You want some proof? Here's proof right here. Tamaray of the West. Okay. The master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K. York, built Tamaray of the West on 476 acres of land. Okay, that's your proof. You want more proof? He's written over 1,000 books. Okay, he's written over 1,000 books, and you should really get this book so you can learn about yourself, our true roots, right knowledge. Okay, this book is what? For the lost but now found. So at least that way you know who you are instead of depending on somebody else to tell you who you are. Okay. You should learn from someone that looks like you. Okay. You read a book that says God was created, you created in God's image and all that stuff. Then why aren't you waiting for somebody that looks like you? Okay. All right. How can you be waiting for somebody with blonde hair, blue eyes? Okay. Don't look nothing like you. Okay. How can you be waiting for somebody like that? And why are you waiting for somebody in the first place? Okay. Don't fall for the trickery. Get you some real knowledge from the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K.York. I mean, um, he's got over 1,000 books. Okay. If you want to follow somebody that's teaching right knowledge, and you know, you should check out OSM Vision. Okay, I call it it's Our Souls Matter. Okay, or the Woosabat channel. Okay, because they have Woosabat on. You have Shaquin teaching Woosabat or Ask Us Anything. That's what it is on Tuesdays. And Saturday is Woosabat. Okay, it's the Woosabat class. All right, where you can learn, where the uh, master teacher has student teachers, and they're teaching Woosabat, which is, hey, that's the way to go. Okay, it's not religion. Okay, that's what I love about it. Forget religion. It predates religion. Okay. So you can't compare it to anything. Okay. You can't compare it to anything out there. Okay. Your religion only goes back 6,000 years. The master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K.York, is 76 trillion years. Okay. So that's a big difference. Okay. Forget what your faith is and what you believe. Okay. Let's go with some facts. Okay. Let's go with some Musabat. Let's go with some facts. Okay. Let's go with some scientific facts. Okay. All right. Let's go with that. Let's go with some truth. Now, people don't like when you tell the truth. Okay. They get so upset. But hey, the truth is the truth. And the Dr. Malachi Z.K. York has come to break the spell of ignorance. Okay, the spell we've been put up under um, in this religion. Okay, this religion is the worst thing that has happened to humanity. Okay, why is there so much death and destruction in religion? Why is that? Okay, we need to stop following this religion. We need to do like the master teacher. We need to unite as one. Forget your religion, okay? We need to unite as people, okay? All right? We need to unite as people, humanity, okay? It's not about your race, okay? There's no winners in the race of racism. Wow. That is the big slogan, and it is also true, okay? There are no winners in the race of racism. All right. And that's a fact. Okay. There are no winners. Okay. I can tell you again about the race I lost. Okay. When I was on the ambulance. Okay. I lost the race because somebody wanted to be racist. Okay. Now I'm used to winning. When I'm on the ambulance, my job is to make sure you get to the hospital alive. If I get to your house and you alive, then my job is to make sure you still alive when we get to the hospital, no matter what. Okay. I didn't care how many times they got shot. If they got shot and I got there and they were still alive, my job was to get them to the hospital and they still alive. Okay. And that's how it was with me. Now this dude want to play the racism game and end up losing his wife. Okay. His high school sweetheart. Okay. Because he didn't want no porch monkeys coming in his house. At the time, I didn't even know what he was talking about. I didn't even know what a porch monkey was. I'm like, hey, dude, we see some porch monkeys. We ain't even gonna let them in your house. Okay, quit tripping. We ain't letting no porch monkeys in there. All right. And hey, this dude wouldn't let us in to save his wife, and she had a heart attack. So nobody won that race. Raced over there for nothing. Okay, raced over there to watch a woman drop to the floor and die. Okay, I guess her husband was so religious, her head was laying right next to a Bible. Okay, her head laying right next to a Bible, a big old Bible with a picture of Jesus on it, one of them big Bibles. Okay, and her husband still wouldn't let us in the door. Talking about he ain't gonna let no porch monkeys in his house. His wife's dying words, her last words were, I don't care what color they are, let them in. And she fell and hit the floor. Now, I bet you he don't go to church Sunday and give that testimony. I bet you he don't go and tell the congregation what his wife's last words were. I can guarantee you he didn't do that. But he gonna start crying, talking about that was his high school sweetheart. So this dude let his high school sweetheart die because he didn't want his wife to be touched by paramedics that didn't look like him. Okay, so no, there's no winners in the race of racism. Um, you know, sometimes we be racing there and we race there and we actually do save people. Okay, I mean sometimes it happens. We actually race to the house and save people. You know, communication is key. I'll tell you that. It is key. The master teacher speaks 19 different languages. 19 languages. Okay? He's a master linguist. He's broke down these tablets. Okay? Translated them all. He's got the right translation. He knows what the words mean. He knows how to break them down. Give you the right definition, the right meaning. That way you have the right knowledge. Now, I wish I could speak 19 languages. Boy, oh boy. But I tell you one thing, I'm doing my best, okay? I'm doing my best to learn Miss Patea, okay? Learn my own language, all right? I'm doing my best, okay? And that also help you break the spell that you've been put under, because the English language is a spellbounding language. You realize you put yourself under a horrible spell every day. You talking about good morning, because there ain't nothing good about you morning. All right. I don't say that anymore. I say Rahubat. Okay. Greetings. Okay. I'll say Rahubat. I'll even say Grand Rising. Okay. Anything. I'll say Grand Rising, Rich Rising. Rahubat is the best to me. And just not good morning. Okay. Because there's nothing good about you morning. So that's what I'm doing right now, learning my best, doing my best to learn the language. Okay. Now, if I would have known 19 languages, hey, even if I would have known Spanish one time, we went on this call one time, And we get there, we get there as fast as we can. We quick, all right? And the dude comes running out and he's going, it's chicken breath, it's chicken breath. Doing like that, right? I said, what? She's got chicken breath? And he's doing like this. So I told my partner, I said, hey man, you can leave the oxygen. You got some gum or some Tic Tacs? He yells, what's the matter? She's got chicken breath. And then he goes, no, no, chicken breath, chicken breath. I said, Gabriel, come on, hurry up, get over here. You speak Spanish, don't you? He said, yeah. So Gabriel comes, and since I told him to leave the oxygen over there, he just left the oxygen sitting, on the side of the ambulance. And Gabriel speaks Spanish. So when he gets there, the guy starts speaking Spanish, and Gabriel goes, go get the oxygen, go get the oxygen. I'm like, what? I run to go get the oxygen. I run back, and I come back. Gabriel's doing the Heimlich maneuver. Okay, on the man's wife, he's doing the Heimlich maneuver, and then she coughs up whatever food she was eating, right? And I said, "Hey, man, what happened?" He said, "Man, she had some chicken stuck in her throat." I said, "What?" He wasn't saying chicken breath? He said, "No, man, he was saying she can't breathe." Okay? He had a real deep accent. He was going, chicken breath, chicken breath. I thought he was saying chicken breath. He was saying she can't breathe. Okay? Now, how in the world? Chicken breath, chicken breath. It sounded like chicken breath to me. I thought he needed a Tic Tac or some gum or something. Okay? But yeah, if I would have knew how to speak Spanish, I could have did the Heimlich maneuver on him myself. Okay? Well, at least I got part of it right. At least she was choking on some chicken. Okay? At least I got that. At least she was choking on some chicken. All right? But hey, we got there in time to save her. All right? All right? She wasn't having no chicken breath. She was having she had some chicken stuck in her throat. Okay? And she couldn't breathe. Okay? That's what she had. So yeah, if I would have knew how to speak 19 languages, I would have been able to help her right away as soon as I got there. All right. Would have came out. I would have never told Gabriel to leave the oxygen. I'm telling him to leave the oxygen, and she need oxygen. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, that's the only little story I'm gonna tell today because the main thing. Oh, you know what? Man, I got a nice compliment today too. No, it was yesterday or the day before. I got a real nice compliment on the YouTube. Uh, uh, who was it? Uh, William King. That's who it was. It was William King. That was a nice compliment. Uh, Tautat. Tautat. William King. Okay. That's thank you. And anyway, that's it for today. Uh, Ashuk Wadu.